Probably algae? This video was brought to you by Kane, my editor. And when I say that, I don't mean he sponsored the video. I mean that he pestered me and convinced me to make the video. I was like, I mean, like, we're gonna get the teaser trailer or whatever it's gonna be in a couple days. Do I really need to make a video about the poster? He got me though. It's true. It's like, why not? You know, and there may even be stuff in like this poster that we don't even see represented in the trailer. So here we are. Here we are looking at this Mario. I mean, this is the first big, it's really quite a big thing. Like this poster here, like the Mario movie has been so shrouded in mystery that like, this is big. This is our first big taste here is this poster. So why not? We're doing it. Here I am. We're doing it. And we've both kind of looked over this for a little bit and just kind of, you know, looked at some stuff. And let's talk about it because it's fun. Because why not? So the very first thing that stands out to me here is that it looks awesome. I mean, like, you know, like whatever the actual movie ends up being, I really don't know. And I probably have lower hopes than most. But this is a really, really cool image. I like this. We see, like, you know, Toad Town or some such thing, just as this, like, bustling city filled with people, and it's very alive. And we've never really had a version of just this, of, like, Peach's Castle, where it's, like, kind of up on the mountain, like, up on the big... Because, you know, Mario's always had these, like, these weird, slopey, grassy hill, and they usually have, like, eyes and stuff. And, the idea of putting Peach's Castle up at the top of one, so it's like this big, just kind of like imposing, just kind of, well, not in a bad way, you know, just like this very big thing. It's a very big like centerpiece to the town. I like that. It looks really cool. It's not a thing that we have seen in the games, and yet it works. You know what I mean? Like it makes sense. It's a really interesting, just kind of vision for Toad Town, Peach's Castle, that kind of thing. And one very interesting thing about this that I am not sure if I expected is how, like, video gamey it is. Because usually, like, even in a game, you know, look at, like, Paper Mario, where it's, like, a more, like, realistic, like, realized version of Toad Town, Peach's Castle. Even that is, like, just, like, a regular old town. And, like, Mario uses pipes to like, take shortcuts. But it's not really a thing, but like they have clearly integrated the idea of traveling through pipes into this movie. Like clearly people are, you know, like this, just this sprawling hillside with all sorts of little structures and pipes just like crisscrossing all over the place. And that's cool. That is a way to adapt a Mario idea into a movie, into a more realized setting. And I think that's neat. And it's like, I'll have to see it in action before we like really know, but there's even more than just the pipes. You see like, you know, this little off on the left here, this little toad house, just like there's just like blocks as though like a person would be able to, you know, it's almost like platforming is a normal part of this world. It's a way that people get around. It's just like jumping, you know, and then like up on the top right over here, you see these like, you see all these floating islands, but one has like platforms leading over to it. So it's like, yeah, you just like pipes, platforms. That's what we do. That's how we get around. And I think that's a pretty cool idea. And speaking of these platforms, you know, you got all these like floating things, which again is a Mario thing, and that's cool. And some of them are even made of like, I don't know if they're gonna like have a reason why they're floating. Are they gonna like give us a canon reason why blocks in Mario float? I don't know, little rocket boosters on them. But then like some of them, you know, up here in the top left, you get just like a way more like, just like rocky one with a waterfall coming off of it. It's just cool. It looks really cool. And you know, toad houses all over and then just like regular big mushrooms all over. It's really pretty. I really like it. And so now, you know, you got lots of smaller details, especially closer to Mario. You can see like the different shops in this place, which is really just fun, which is really cute. You know, obviously the most standout one is you've got this antiques shop. So it's kind of like even here in the little poster, like they really wanted, I mean, you know, there's going to be so many little nods to like older games and retro games, and like, you know, they were always going to do that. So even here in the poster, antiques, and it's all pixely, and it's yeah, it's old items, but they're like older Mario items. It's cute. In game or in world, in movie, I don't know exactly like who's using those items, what they mean. Is there even an answer to that? I don't know, but it's cute. And you got the POW barrel on the sign, and you know, you got your DK stuff in there too. Of course, he'll show up and fart. I'm sure. I know that has nothing to do with this right here. He's gonna fart, okay? I'm just saying. All right, moving on. Other shops in the background. I have like a little pie one back there, and then you see like a cheap on the sign, so they're like selling fish, but then you see a person with a cheap in a bag, like you would go to the pet shop and buy goldfish, or like win it from a carnival and like get it in a little bag. So that's cute. We see a fruit stand. Looks like they just sell fruit, and Kane was saying maybe it's a pianta behind this toad. No, I bet money. I bet solid money. I want there to be piantas in this movie, but you know there's not gonna be. You know there's not. I'm a pessimist. Yeah, I did not notice this until Kane pointed it out. But back over in the, sorry, I'm jumping around. Back over in the antique spot, you can see a little Yoshi egg, like in a box or in a cage or something. Is that like an actual Yoshi egg or what? I don't really know. Other details, we got, what are these called again? I can never remember what they're called. It just like, it will not stick in my mind, but they're in 3D land. They're the little colorful walkie guys. I don't know, I like them, but they're there. That's cool. Just like a Mario enemy, just kind of chilling around. I mean, that's, you know, Paper Mario is the Mario World realized thing, and I like that it had enemies that are just living their lives and not being enemies, so I like that about this. If they're just sitting here in town, like, I want that. Yeah, more of that. Just makes the world feel more real. So we see some toads, and it's fun seeing them like this because we've only, you know, mostly only ever seen toads rendered and animated by Nintendo, and so it's kind of fun. Like, you know, just in a movie, any character is just going to be a lot more expressive than they are in a game generally, just, you know, higher animation quality. So even just, it's a very, very subtle thing, but even just seeing these toads with their faces just kind of, like, look at the antique shop guy, like, just with this smirk. I don't know, it's just a much more organic kind of smirk. And then here's the, you know, the main Toad guide here. I don't believe it's Captain Toad. It would be Captain Toad with the thing on the head, but they didn't say that. They just said it's gonna be Toad, so they're probably just gonna say Toad. I don't know, maybe they'll make a joke about that, probably. Oh, your name's Toad? Oh, your name's a Toad? Ha ha ha, pretty good. But we can see that, you know, he's acting as sort of like a guide for Mario. I'm assuming that this is the Keegan-Michael Key Toad character. So this is really, you know, apart from Mario, this is potentially our first look at a character that's not exactly a character that we know precisely. You know what I mean? I cannot tell what little pins he's got on his backpack, but I'm sure that they mean something. I'm sure there is some significance there. And of course, we've got Mario himself. You know, this poster's a little more mysterious. We don't know. I mean, like, I imagine his face is probably gonna look pretty much like Mario's face, but I don't know. They still give us a little bit of mystery here. You can see that his hair is a lot more realistically rendered, and that's probably not surprising. I think everybody's been a little bit curious to see, like, what the hair is gonna look like, because the Mario Brothers, they got such chunky hair. You know, it's not really super realistic, but this is gonna have to be somewhat kind of realistic, I guess. I'm not really sure. No, I'm not gonna talk about his butt. You people are weirdos. Everybody talking about his butt. No, not doing that. But it is really cool seeing just our first taste of a very realistically rendered Mario, you know, like a movie. Everything in a movie is a lot more detailed. And so, like, you know, we had like a little taste of this Mario in like Smash Brothers Brawl, like with the more, you know, with the textures on the clothes. But like this right here, this image right here, just like, this is a moment in history. This is the most realistically rendered visual of Mario that is from an official source in the history of humanity. It's kind of fun, you know, you see like just the texturing on the hat, how it's got kind of a poofiness, kind of a body to it, and just the clothing, and I don't know, I know there's not anything to really get from this, but it's exciting. It's cool, honestly. Like, I'm looking at it on my phone, I'm zoomed in just on the Mario, and it's just like, whoa, that's movie Mario. Like, that's movie Mario right there. That's cool. You know, like, that's a thing. That's a thing. And this whole thing is a thing. Like, it really is. Like I said, it's a very substantial poster, and you know, again, as I have stated many times, I'm trying to keep my expectations in check. But it feels good to get a poster and be like, yeah, that looks cool. You know what I mean? I got no complaints here. It's cool. It's colorful. It's cool. I see toads living in a toad town. I see Peach's castle up on this really rad hill. Oh yeah, in Peach's castle, it's got the peach. You can just barely see the stained glass peach image up on the top. Like, awesome. Just cool. It's cool. Which is good. It's I don't know, like, it definitely instills within me at least some amount of renewed confidence in the project. Maybe a little bit, I think. Probably. At this point, it's really just like, you know, time will tell. And by that, I mean 2 days from now might tell. We really don't know what we're getting. You know, like at first when they announced it, it kind of sounded like just like, oh, a first look teaser. You know, it's gonna be like 4 little clips and that's it. But then like apparently Nintendo is doing a direct for like the world premiere trailer. So I don't know what to expect. Why don't you head on down to those comments and let me know what you expect from the trailer, and just talk about this poster. Let me know if there's anything that I missed. I mean, there's a lot of little details here, a lot of little things I might not be, you know, this is not comprehensive and identifying every single possible thing. There are coins. Are those coins? I think there are coins in a couple places in the background. Coins. What are coins in Mario? If that's true, then like what do they do? Why are they floating there? What does that mean? Oh, hey, and right below those coins, there's like 2 sets of coins, I think, and then there's like a little mushroom gazebo. Yeah, there's a lot of really fun little stuff to look at in here. Not a lot of it is like, you know, a thing that you can identify and like give you any sort of insight in the movie, but I don't know. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, I'm blabbling now. Let me know what you think. Wow, look at that island. So I'm just still looking at it. Look at that island in the very, very top right. It's just like water coming off, but are those, I think those are just mushrooms. It just looks really cool, but the water is like coming from above. I don't know. It's cool. Anyway, bye. See you later. See you in a couple days with the actual trailer. Bye.